It's hump day. How's y'all doing? Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Sit yourselves right on down. Oh, yeah, sit yourselves right on down. Oh, man. Oh, man. We made it. We made it. We still alive. We still alive. They're not sending out them notifiers. They're not sending out them notifiers. But remember to go ahead on the check to make sure that you are still subscribed around here in these streets. What it do. Happy that y'all could join the player. I am Willie Williams. This is the Nightly News round here. What do I got? I got a lot. I got a lot that I can talk about. I got a whole bunch of lot that I can talk about. We got to get the numbers up. We got to get the numbers up really, really fast so we can get a lot done. And then things may go a little smooth. We only screaming. Right here, right now. We only screaming where you at right now. Later on, we're going to be screaming everywhere. We're going to be screaming everywhere, and that's to the R and to the T. You know, we're going to add those on. Wait, hold on. Oh, I thought I done saw something. Oh, I was just reading something about a miscarriage or something. She thought that she had the poop. She thought she had gas. She had a miscarriage. That's what's up. Oh, that's a story. I got to pull up on the big screen. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all come on in, man, and hit the thumbs up button, man. Do not be afraid. Share. Subscribe to everything that a player got going on. Subscribe to every doggone thing a player got going on. Come on. We need some more people. While I pull up this doggone article. Well, I'm just reading the headlines. I ain't know that y'all was out here doing this. I ain't know that y'all was out here acting like this, ladies. I'm talking about you people. I ain't know that y'all was doing this right here. Let's go ahead and get these numbers up real quick, man, so we can delve into a little something. Oh, that's something to talk about too. Maybe tomorrow, we can talk about that right there. How's everybody doing? Is y'all okay? Is y'all good? Have y'all been having a good day? Shout out to the people who was on their way from work, then all that traffic because you live in the city or you work in the city. You work in the city and you stay in the outskirts. You know, you probably live an hour away from your good job, you know. Shout out to the people who drive a long way, let's say for like $30 an hour. Well, ain't nobody making no $30 an hour. Let's say that you drive like a long way for your $25 an hour, right? For your job. An hour and more away, but let's just say that you're getting 25, right? We know when you drive in these distance or you work in these distances that take a long time to really get there, you typically is sitting in traffic. You typically got traffic, right? For your $25 an hour, right? But you wouldn't dare take a job for $18 an hour, $19 an hour. You wouldn't dare take a $20 an hour job. Oh, hell no. Because you make $25 an hour. Got it. This goes back to one of them things where I be saying we just don't be thinking things through a lot of times. Your $25 an hour job is more than an hour plus away, so that's like a lot of miles away. And typically when you're doing that, you sitting in a whole bunch of traffic. You wasting this thing called time. But you wouldn't take an $18, $19, $20 an hour job that's like close to you. Probably like five minutes away from you. You wouldn't take that job because it's $18, $19, $20 an hour. For some reason, you think your $25 an hour is better than the $18, $19, $20 an hour that's close to you. You say money is money. Promotions are real too. That's what's up. But we don't think it through. That distance, that sitting in traffic, that wear and tear on your vehicles, that time taken away from you losing a lot of time. That $25 an hour is less than the $20 an hour. But we don't be doing the math on stuff. We just go by the number. I make this right here. We really don't think it through. You say, Willie, I have been lucky. Most of my jobs are 10, 15 minutes away. Hey, I understand. Boy, I understand. Because I have done worked some jobs that was an hour and a half away. Yeah, way, a long time ago. Long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But I understand. And I have worked something that's literally 3 miles from my home. The best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. It's no traffic. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jermaine for the $1 cash shop. Say showing support. I appreciate that right there. Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. You say you have more time than you do money. Time causes money. There it is. Say, Willie, they leasing vehicles. They don't care about maintenance. Shaking my head. For real though. I like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been hearing people like in the past like year or two talk about what they would not work for. If I ain't getting $30 an hour, then I ain't gonna do it. All right. So where you work now? I don't work. So if it ain't the 30, you ain't going. What you like certified in? Like got like a degree or something? Yeah, I got an AA. Anything like in the science department? Nothing like you know? Just got you an AA and you demanding 30. Got it. So how you take care of yourself? The Lord make a way. Got it. All right, man. Got to be more careful. But you don't work though. So you do get assistance. Yeah. Got it. Working nowhere. Understood. Y'all, we at 63 with the likes. 63 with the likes. We is 11 after the hour. Can y'all do a play a solid? Let's go on and get the numbers up really quick so we can get this party going. I be listening to people. In person and online. Y'all people online is really off the chain. Y'all real off the chain online. But in person, y'all just a little bit offline. Off the chain. In person, it's kind of more settled in person than online because you get to be you and somebody else on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you say they must not be in the South. I just don't understand this thing of when you broke, you will not work a job to get money in your pocket. If I have $0 and you got $5 and I got to do something for them $5, why wouldn't I just do something for them $5? You got 10, why wouldn't I do something for the 10? And so on and so forth. I don't understand because I'm at $0. I don't understand the thought process. People would not even take those $10, $12 an hour jobs while looking for a better paying job. They won't even do that. I get it. You don't want, but you ain't got to settle. You got to know your worth. Got it. But right now you got $0. Right now you ain't got nothing. You can't put gas. You can't buy no food. You have no money. So they going to hire you for the 40 hours a week for the $10. Why not take the job and still have applications in somewhere else while you're trying to get a better paying job? But for now, at least you can make you $200-$300. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what's wrong with people, but I do get it because we is in a time to where people is getting subsidized so much and people is willing to help people so much that we so damn spoiled. We are so spoiled. Now, listen, I want y'all to understand. I typically hear most of the humans who say this right here is females. Say, Willie, what happened to all of your followers when I first subscribed to you? When I first subscribed to your one of many channels, you had thousands of followers. What happened? They took channels. They took, 13 channels away. When you keep taking thousands and 70,000, 80,000, 100,000, 80,000, 50,000, 60,000, 80,000. When you keep taking them like that, and hey, man. Hey, it is what it is. It's a YouTube thing. It's literally a YouTube thing. Yep. I wish I did have all of my subs. I probably have like a few million subs. But it is what it is. It is what it is. $12 an hour was golden to us. Yes. They say we work to save money, etc. I'm trying to tell you, man, I can remember getting my first job that was, well, not my first job, but my first job that was paying $10 an hour. It's 10. I was stunned. I was stunned on 10. Shit, y'all take the job. What y'all talking about? And y'all get overtime too? You ain't said nothing. Said nothing. But because I've never been comfortable, and I will never be comfortable with the amount of pay. No, why would I do that? You're supposed to never get comfortable. I don't even care if you're making $30 an hour. You're supposed to never, just in my opinion, why get comfortable? There's more money out here for you to be out here making. You know what I'm saying? We had 84 with the likes. Can we get some more likes? We 16 past the hour. We only need 100. Because I got a lot to go through. And I'm trying to get there. I am trying to get there. Yeah. They say they can't afford to know their worth. Or did I read it wrong? You say they cannot afford my worth. Okay, I read that wrong. My bad. You say I remember $3.23 an hour and $2.12 serving. Yes, boy, that back in my day right there. Yeah. These new people in 2025 had no idea. No idea of where us older folk, what we had to endure and what we came through. No idea. They so spoiled. They still get to stay with their mammies. You know what I'm saying? They still get to do that right there. They be 30, still at home. You know, it's crazy. People is more, I would say, sympathetic to people now, supposed to back then. Oh, you gotta get out here and get it. You is a adult. Oh, you gonna get it. Ain't nobody trying to help you do nothing, except for the government when they try to help out women. But I'm talking about the men when I say it like that. Yeah. We had 98 likes. 17 past the hour. All we need is 2 more likes. You said my first job, I made $3.25 pouring yogurt at TCBY. Man, is that place still open? TCBY. Got to be more careful. You said, well, I had a young Thundercat that said that he was working like a slave for $23 an hour and the work was 90% automated. Hell no. That's a goddamn shame. Give yourself a pat on the back. Y'all done made over 100 by 18 after the hour. That is a doggone shame. They have no idea. We grew up with no automation. And you had to work. Yeah. You had to work. Sure enough did. They would never understand. Those good old days are gone. Let's go ahead on and get into a lot of stuff real quick. Finna jump into it. I'm finna jump you in. I'm finna jump you out. We got a player who been out here playing, but he take his food serious. A player who take his food serious. Somebody had done questioned me about this right here earlier. I found the story. We have a man who was accused of killing his uncle over a pastry. Got to be more careful. He like his sweets, though. Here we go.
Right now, a 29-year-old man is behind bars accused of killing his uncle over a pastry. So this is the breaking news at 11 Alive, first brought to you last Thursday when DeKalb County Police swarmed a home on Loveless Drive in Ellenwood. Now, a new arrest report shows that Michael Crowley shot his uncle, 48-year-old Roderick Crowley, because he ate his honey bun. The warrant says that Michael called 911 and told police what he did. When officers got there, they say they found him in the woods nearby and took him into custody, charging him with malice murder. Right now, a 29-year-old man...
They caught him in the woods. So you shoot your uncle about some sweet shit and then you go hide in the woods? you run in the woods. I think it's something wrong with Buddy, or maybe this was his last time telling his kinfolk about his pastries. Don't touch my stuff. You see my name written on it. Do not touch my stuff. Shout out to Roshan for the $1 cash shop. You say this like button has been hidden for 3 days. Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. Y'all, please hit that like button. I do need your support. Michael Sicker
shows that Michael Crowley shot his uncle.
This is telling me that they have been going through it. They have been having like their ups and downs and stuff like that right there. They have not been able to communicate properly. You know, he said, you know what? It's my damn pastry. I own that pastry. And you're going to eat my pastry.
48-year-old Roderick Crowley because he ate his honey bun. The warrant says that Michael called 911.
You can almost tell the people who don't have a good job. Listen. It's rare that somebody will kill somebody over something that we deem kind of petty, but not petty to them because they just hadn't shot somebody, but that we deem petty, that we not finna mess up our good job. Our good job, our little apartments, our little homes, and our little nice little cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? We may have a few little la-las or something. We ain't finna throw it all away by the pastry, though. But I do truly believe that this was deeper than a pastry. Y'all be careful. Leave people food alone. Leave people food alone. Leave people food alone. Let's just do that. Can we just do that right there? Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold you. Speaking about immigration, we gotta jump back to immigration real quick. And the great state of Florida. Great state of Florida, we ain't playing with you people. We is not playing with you people. We done came up with a plan in Florida. We came up with a plan in Florida. We have a plan of a place that we billing. We billing for our illegal brothers and sisters out here. We billing it. Alligator Alcatraz. Alligator Alcatraz. The Alcatraz word comes from the good prison that was on the island, like in New York, that they broke into, and then they broke out and they made a movie and all that stuff right there with Nicolas Cage, and I forgot the older white man, Sean Connery. I used to like the way he had his beard and stuff shaved and everything was proper. You know what I'm saying? It broke into Alcatraz. Well, broke out of Alcatraz, then broke in to break out. It was something like that right there, but a good movie. Y'all need to go out on and check it out. Well, Alligator Alcatraz, the Trump administration has approved this ICE Everglades camp for detainees. Yes, sir. Here we go.
Alligator Alcatraz is not just an idea anymore.
The Trump administration now giving the green light to that facility in the middle of the Everglades to house people detained by ICE. Fox 35's Marlisa Goldsmith is live in the Alert Center with more on this one. Marlisa.
Yeah, John and Luann, we told you about this facility last week. State officials say they've already started construction on Alligator Alcatraz, and it's expected to be completed in less than 2 months. That construction is happening on a 30-square-mile property called the Miami-Dade Collier Training Facility. It's home to a virtually abandoned airport. Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer says the facility will have 5,000 beds to hold criminal illegal immigrants.
They're holding detainees who have not been convicted of a crime. And so putting this in the middle of the Everglades, in the middle of nowhere, in the hot, burning Florida sun, in a swampy area, is cruel.
They say it's cruel. Well, if you try to escape, I really don't think that we're going to try to chase you. There's a whole bunch of gators out there.
Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer first announced the idea. He posted on X that he is proud to support President Donald Trump and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, and says Alligator Alcatraz and other Florida facilities will help in their mission to fix illegal immigration. The State Attorney General's office says the goal here is to have the facility operational by the first week of July, and the Florida National Guard will play a key role in helping. Live in the Alert Center, Marlisa Goldsmith, Fox 35 News.
A news alert right now. The USS Gerald Ford is heading.
We working fast. Listen. Now. But we got to think about it. ICE has been detaining like a whole bunch of our Mexican brothers and sisters, our possible illegals and stuff. I hope that we're going to have enough like construction workers to go ahead on and get the facilities up and running. You know, will we have enough workers for that right now? And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. But to all of our future detainees, the best that I could do for you is tell you, don't become a detainee. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold you. Just saying some. Just saying some. All right, let's move on to this right here. Hold on. I'm trying to find a body kit real quick. What is that? A molding trim. Molding trim. Anyway, question. Have y'all seen the videos of like the How to Catch a Predator dudes and who be setting people up with the online thing for the people who be trying to meet up with the youth, meet up with like the teens and the kids and stuff like that, the people who don't know what they doing, even though they be doing what they want to do. Yeah. Even though they make the decisions to do what they want to do, but they don't know what they be out here doing. Well, we got, I think it's one of our Asian brothers. Is it one of our Asian brothers or one of our Japanese brothers? Well, damn it, I think that we just consider all of them Asians. But is that racist? We consider all of them. All of them. We just calling them them. Well, I'm calling them them. But is that racist, though? So Japanese, Asians, Chinese, Koreans, why do we call all them Asians? Or am I the only one that just, by mistake, on purpose, call them all Asians? Because I don't know how to delineate. Is that the word I'm looking for? Hey, I don't know how to separate them. I don't know their features to let me know, okay, this person is Korean. Okay, this person is Japanese. Okay, this person is Chinese. Okay, this person is yada, yada, yada. You say nope, it's just facts. You say no, it's a fact. Say if from Asia. Asia is a continent. It is. Asia is a continent. Oh, let me go to my map real quick. You got a point. I be forgetting about the continents. Well, I'm wild out here in these streets. But don't judge me. Tell you walk a mile in my shoe. My mama black. Only God could judge me. He know my heart. So, but when you look at, okay, I see Australia. Okay, we have, what is it? We have Africa. But when I come over here to Japan, South Korea, China, Vietnam, Nepal, Pakistan, and all that, I don't see an Asia, but I thought that region was Asia. But it don't say it on the map. And then we got the North America, South America. Ain't it only like 6 continents? Is it 6 continents or 7 continents? Or do I just got my numbers wrong? Asia is a continent that has many countries. That's a fact. Like Africa got many countries. How many continents in the world? It's 7, right? 7. Bam. Let me click on their map. Europe and Asia. So 8. But then again, y'all, we can't classify them all as Asia or Asian because I'm just looking at the map right here. Asia, what they consider Asia, Russia is in Asia. Russia is in Asia. If you looking at the map thing, it is like Canada is North America. But the United States is North America. Just got to separate it, and I'm guessing Europe is Finland, Ukraine, France, Italy, and all of that right there. But for how they map it out, Asia, Russia is in Asia. China is Asian. Who them other people? Japan, Korea's, and all that fly stuff right there. But anyway, damn it, I'm getting off subject. I'm trying to learn. You said the map is wrong and Asia is close to Africa. The map is wrong. Russia is close to Africa. Russia is closer to Africa than wait, what? Because I'm looking at the map. Well, here you did just say that the map is wrong. You say Russia is closer to Africa. But when we look at, see, and I can't show the map because I got my stuff logged in right now. Well, here. I can show pictures. Let me see, pictures of the world. Well, I won't do it like that, but Asia. Well, let me just see. All right, bam. I can pull this little map thing up real quick. Wait, that ain't showing. See, I'm finna show you this right here. This is how they trying to do a little something to try to throw a player off. You see this right here? They got Europe here and Asia. Russia is here. China is here. But they got all of this is Asia. And if all of this is Asia, this part over here isn't the I people over here. The I and the is people. Isn't Iran and Iraq over here, which is being covered by Asia? Said Willie about to show the BS map. Hold on. Watch this. We see it like this, but I can give you this one right here. See? Just according to how they would do this right here, they covering all of this. And this Europe right here, this is this right here. So all of this right here is to them consider Asia. I'm just saying. According to how somebody is doing the map. They could be wrong. Okay, all right. This is a better one. Oh, this is from the Botanica them. Oh, we can visit and make it bigger. We can visit and make it bigger. Or can I make it bigger? Or I can zoom in. All right, bam. You see? So they're doing a player a service. I like how they got the map hit in. This make more sense. So Asia is in China. Asia is in China. It's eliminating Russia. But on that other little picture, they did it wrong because they picked all of this right here to be Asia. And that's wrong. I done took y'all to class. You see what do you see what I had just did on purpose? Yeah, so Tokyo, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, Taiwan, them, Vietnam, them, all of them, China, yada, yada, yada. So we say the Chinese and we say our Asian brothers and sisters. So Asia is the continent, right? You say, Willie, that map is trash. So this map right here trash too? You say China is in Asia. Okay, but I thought China was its own. Get frustrated. Look. So Asia is the continent. Let me see. Wait a minute. There's 7 continents. Got it. Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America. I was going to say North Carolina. North America and South America. So China is a country in Asia. Wow, I swear for God. I swear for God. On my mama. I didn't know that. I know. A lot of y'all gonna act real educated on me right now. I did not know China. I did not know China was in Asia. I'm just saying something. I'm just saying. You say, Willie, the highest mountains on Earth separate Europe and Asia. Okay. So that's probably this part, like right here, like the little red thing, the little red rocky road or something like that right there. That's probably it. Say you from Florida, say it's all right. Okay, all right. Give me some grace. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me some grace. I ain't need much, no. You know, but like Like, because China is so big. China is so big, and I'm looking at all of this, and I'm thinking that all of this right here is China. But in essence, Asia, because they're really not giving like a real outline of Asia. I don't know like the outline, unless the outline is this red road, and it's coming like this right here, running through Nepal and all of that, and Laos, and coming down to Vietnam and all that. Yeah. Or is it going all the way down like in the Pakistan River and all that, coming on down to India and coming on back around here and around here and around there to South America and Japan and all that stuff right there. I'm just saying. But anyway, I had a whole story that I'm trying to talk about. Let me just go ahead and jump back in it real quick. I took y'all to school and y'all ain't even much know. Y'all ain't even much know. You don't even like world geography. I think I said that right. You ain't never like that part of school. Now did it? Mm-hmm. Right then, we just made it interesting. Because we were like, you know what? I ain't even know that either. But y'all ain't gonna be loud enough to go ahead on and tell a player, you know what, dog? You right. Because I ain't know that it was in Asia either. Mm-hmm. You say China is the biggest country or one of the biggest countries in the continent of Asia. And it's crazy because I'm pretty sure that I learned it in school, but when you get older, that shit don't matter. Certain stuff it stick with you and other stuff it don't. Mm-hmm. You say, man, wait. Name one. I got 100 children in Nam. That's what's up. Was you in Vietnam is what you talking about? Or was it Nam? You say you funny as hell and I like it. I'm trying to do a little something. Yes, I truly believe I learned it in school, but because I had done growed up and started having bills and insurance and shit, I didn't care what the hell was going on in them other continents. Don't care nothing about it. No. Nope. Trying to eat out here in these doggone streets. But anyway, speaking of that right there, we have a man who had done got beat up. We got a man who had done got beat up, and he say that he don't feel good. He don't feel good that he had done got beat up. You say, Willie, Asia is like the USA. You say one big place with a lot of little places. That's what's up. That's like the continent thing, right? I get it. I appreciate that right there. We be learning. Russia is the biggest country in Asia and the world. So now you saying that Russia is a part of Asia too? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, damn it, is we getting misinformation? Because I just showed that last map to where they separated Asia, but hell, they couldn't have separated Asia when Asia is a country and Russia isn't a country. So you right. So then that means that we need to start calling Russians Asians. Look at that. Look at what I just had done did. And don't nobody call Russians Asians. Hey, y'all know that? People may call me a Floridian, but I'm in America. People may call, what is that thing called? Egyptians, but they're from Africa. So it's like people, but we don't call Russians and state that they're from Asia. Say Russia started in Asia and Europe. Say Russia is in Europe and Asia. So they part of two continents. So they half and half. That's what's up. That is what's up. So they European Asians. European Asian Russians. Got it. Came to the conclusion. Yes, Russia is huge. It's huge. It's like its own little world. Anyway, we have a man who goes to meet a minor. And he's not ashamed of him going to meet a minor because he tell people, I'm going to meet a minor. Or I was going to meet a minor and I done got beat up. It's not right.
A man who called police for help after being jumped is facing charges. A man who called police for help after being jumped is facing charges himself. He admitted to Jax Beach police he thought he was meeting up with a child for sex. Police arrested this man, Jay Satapatch Kiasen, a week ago today.
I know we talk about dog use sisters. I cannot let that slide. I cannot let that slide. We talk about dog use sisters naming they babies. His name is...
Today, actually, Jax Kiasen, Jay Satapatch Kiasen.
G Satapatch. That should say dispatch. Say it again.
Jay Satapatch Kiasen.
Jay Satapatch. This is like Jada. It's like Jada Sada. Jada Satapatch. I just say Jada Satapatch. Jada Satapatch. His mammy named him Jada Satapatch. And he gonna say it fancy. Just Satapatch.
Police arrested this man, Jay Satapatch Kiasen.
G Satapatch, man, Jada Satapatch. Jada Satapatch. He say he played Squid Game.
And a week ago today, actually, Jax Madison Foglio tells us the state attorney's office is now looking into the case.
So what is he? Okay, he can fall under Asia, so he can fall under a Asian. But what country do y'all believe that he represents? Japan, China, North Korea, South Korea, Indonesia, India, what?
A man looking for help after he said he was attacked by 4 other men in Jacksonville Beach found himself in the back of a police car. That's after he told a store clerk and police he had been trying to meet up with a minor for sex, according to an arrest report.
He told the store clerk and the police, I was trying to meet up with a minor. I don't think he said it like that, but he could have said it like that.
43-year-old Jade Satapatch Kiasen told Jax Beach police that he planned to meet up with the child at Gonzales Park for sex after first communicating on the Grindr app.
When he arrived at Gonzales Park behind
Picking them up off Grindr. He liked them boys.
me here, the police report says he was approached by 4 men who then allegedly attacked him.
The report states that one of them struck him in the back of the head and neck with a fist and forearm approximately 3 times. The report says that Kiasen then ran towards the Circle K on Beach Boulevard and told the store clerk there that he had been assaulted. He also told the clerk he was attempting to meet up with a juvenile when the assault happened, according to the report. Grace Tyler lives in Jacksonville. She does not agree with members of the public who are not police taking legal matters into their own hands.
I understand their motives behind it, but it's not their job to go ahead and do that.
We told you about an uptick.
Y'all understand this? People like this right here really don't want justice for the youth. They really don't, in my opinion, want justice for the young folk who are supposedly not be found dangling with the adults.
In local cases like this back in February, showing people looking up to meet with minors being lured by vigilantes who confronted them. Detective Ryan Ellis with the Human Exploitation Group at the Clay County Sheriff's Office says these private attempts to catch a predator can be extremely dangerous for the vigilantes and the public.
Sometimes these groups could confront people that are armed with firearms. They're violent individuals.
Jax Beach police note that this is the first time this year that they've dealt with a case like this. No word yet on if the 4 people have been caught or charged.
A man who called...
Jada Satapatch. Jada Satapatch looking for them boys. And hell, to each his own. You like what you like. You know what I'm saying? But I truly don't believe that he was telling people, hey, I came up here to meet a minor. I don't think he was saying that right there. I just think hey, I just came to meet up with somebody, you know, and they just jumped on me for no apparent reason. You know how we be lying when we trying to get some help. Be careful out here on Grindr. But then again, we got to think about it like this right here. In my mind, watch this, watch what? In my mind, yeah, of course I don't think he said he went to meet up with a minor. Who's supposed to be on Grindr? Come on, help me out. Who's supposed to be on Grindr? Adults. Adults supposed to be on Grindr. Remember that before we condemn that man. Adults supposed to be on Grindr. You don't even have to ask age, or you should not have to ask age to verify if somebody is a adult, because the site is supposed to be adultish. I know we looking at him like he the bad guy. Okay, he can fall under the bad guy, but it's probably not intentional. Probably not intentional. Moving right along. I got to get some of these out the way real quick because I've been holding on to the updates. We got to do these updates. Let me run them down. Y'all just not coming on in. Go ahead on and hit the thumbs up, hit the share button. Let people know where we at. Let people know where we at. Hell, we had 163 likes already. Bam, I know that y'all can bust up 200. I know y'all can bust up 200 before the hour. Bam. Thank you. We have an arrest. In a deadly apartment shooting. And if I'm not mistaken, this is an update. Here we go.
Cobb police have arrested one man following a double shooting that left a Kennesaw State University. Cobb police have arrested one man following a double shooting that
brought back with him was his mother. When he started shooting inside the apartment, the actual person that rents the apartment returned fire.
Right. Like, who the hell? What did he bring his mama, or was the mama inside of the house with the other dude?
And in the course of that crossfire, the mother was shot as well.
I got to back it up. Damn it threw me off.
And KSU student Mays, who has a 2-year-old son, says she no longer feels safe in her own home.
You shouldn't. Baby.
Live in Cobb County.
You shouldn't, baby, because you got them dark-skinned players. And they mammy. Outside, they round there. They really round there. Be careful. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold you. That's what's up. Banging on the college campus. You know, shit done got so wild now, man. Mama probably insisted on going there. And we going back. You, damn it, and take me back round there. I bet he won't say it to me in my face. Oh, good little mama. That's what's up. $40,000 award. $40,000 award. A lot of times I talk about these stories, and when there is an award, I like to tell you good people that there is an award. We try to get y'all paid because now we're in the summer. We got the 4th. The 4th of July is about to come up, and we got to buy ribs and chicken and some charcoal and barbecue sauce, and people making potlucks and shit, putting too much salt inside the potato salad and stuff. Everybody can't cook, so don't let everybody bring no damn pot. But we do need food. And in order to get food, we need money. You can pray about it, but hell, if we ain't got no paper, we ain't cooking nothing. I'm just trying to tell you something because we need the groceries. But 40,000 at a time like this right here in the good old summer. It's hot. A lot of people ain't got air. A lot of people don't have air conditioning. A lot of people is having problems with their ACs and stuff. And a lot of people, they may need like an Arctic fan, like the Arctic fan that we were talking about yesterday at the Dollar General that you good people had done told me, Willie, don't even waste your money on it because like it's not really what it's supposed to be out here in these streets. I'm still just talking about the 40 grand, the things that you can do with 40. A lot of y'all don't even make 40,000 a year. So 40 in one whop, I just would have been under the assumption that a whole bunch of people would have went on ahead and got that damn reward. But other than these people getting this award, people decided to do the unthinkable. We have 8 people. 8. Uno, dos, tres. The roll of the tongue. Uno, dos, tres. Tres, because I'm from Miami. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho. Ocho. You say, Willie, I think it's called reward, not a word. I said, what? I said a word instead of reward. I thought I said reward. Well, thank you for correcting me then, because I sure enough thought that's what I had done said. But anyway, we have 8 people who has been charged with aiding and abetting a man who is being accused of shooting one of our law enforcement brothers and sisters out here, or one of brothers out here in these streets in Ohio. 8 people done decided to go ahead on to catch a case behind one of these fools who done allegedly shot a police officer. When I tell you decisions, decisions. Here we go.
New tonight, 8 people are now facing charges accused of helping the man suspected of shooting 2 Mifflin Township police officers.
Law enforcement had some harsh words for the people they say helped to hide and move Davante Dixon from place to place after that shooting.
Davante. Got it.
Steve Levine is live right now with what we're learning about this case. Steve?
Well, I've gotten the charging documents for all 8 suspects. The papers say the suspects hid and then moved Dixon from place to place while he was running for police. Tonight, those suspects locked up in the Franklin County Jail, charged with obstructing justice. Franklin County Sheriff Office video capturing the arrest of 8 people, including a mother and daughter, 2 sisters.
They got a mother and a daughter, 2 sisters.
And the girlfriend of Davante Dixon.
And the girlfriend. Davante done got everybody locked up.
They're accused of harboring the wanted fugitive, wanted for the shooting of 2 Mifflin Township police officers last month during a traffic stop.
These were Dixon's trap rat friends. People who...
Trap rat friends. This is his trap rat friends.
A traffic stop.
These were Dixon's...
She happy to be down there getting her Instagram photo taken.
Trap rat friends. People who apparently
baby Alpha having a real
thrive off of chaos and think justice can be outrun.
Charging documents obtained by ABC6 reveal after Dixon fled the shooting scene, he ran to a home on Woodland Avenue about 840 feet from where the officers were shot, where one of the suspects said he appeared out of breath and visibly distressed. A suspect telling police makeup was applied to Dixon so he could be disguised as a woman, at one point wearing a pink sweatshirt, pink plaid pants, and a bonnet.
That makes him a woman. That makes him a woman. Look how easy a male can become a woman. Listen to how he became a woman.
Pink sweatshirt, pink plaid pants, and a bonnet.
Pink sweatshirt, pink plaid pants, and a bonnet, bitch. That's all you need.
To avoid being caught.
Instead of taking a $40,000 reward, they chose to help a cop shooter try to disappear.
Authorities say Dixon obtained a second gun while on the run as he was moved from several different locations to avoid being captured.
These individuals we apprehended today had an opportunity to help us capture Dixon before he committed another violent act. Instead, they chose to help him evade arrest.
Dixon was taken into custody 48 hours after the police shooting with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Jayla Call, who lived in the home where Dixon was located, charged with obstructing justice shortly after Dixon was arrested.
That was his girlfriend?
Investigators. Obstructing justice. Call, who lived in the home where Dixon was located, charged with obstructing justice shortly after Dixon was arrested. Investigators not ruling out more arrests could be filed in the case. And we have learned new information about those 2 officers who were shot. The first officer has been released from the hospital, but he is having issues in connection with being able to move his hand. The second officer, he remains hospitalized, but he will be okay, authorities say. He just has a long road of recovery ahead. We're live with the Franklin County Corrections Officer, Steve Levine, ABC6 News.
Take this thing on. Wait a minute. Oh, well, here, I got another video. Let's see what they're saying in this one then.
A previous case involving guns and a Glock switch placed Dixon on probation.
But supervisors say he violated that probation only days before the shooting of those officers. ABC 6 on your side investigator Lisa Rontal is pressing the courts to find out what happened during this mandated supervision.
A judge placed Davante Dixon on 3 years of probation during a sentencing in April of last year. The judge noted the probation department would monitor behavioral programming, any drug or alcohol treatment, and urine screens. So we're asking, did something go wrong?
Vigilante, show me both hands now! Show me both hands now! Both hands up now! Show me your hand now!
In what officers call a sweetheart plea deal.
Don't move.
Davante Dixon was given probation after his ex-girlfriend called police to say he broke into her apartment and had been holding her at gunpoint. Columbus police found his weapons during this 2023 arrest. One had a Glock switch attached.
Glock with a switch? Uh-oh. That's felony. That's prison time right there.
A Glock switch can turn a gun into an automatic weapon. and trigger 6 years of mandatory prison time.
Thank you. Good luck, sir.
Under probation, Dixon was to take behavioral health assessments, any other treatment needed, and submit to the testing of his urine. According to Franklin County Common Police Court, probation officers develop an individualized case plan, engage in quality interaction, conduct home visits, and notify the court about potential violations. A violation in Dixon's case would send him to prison for up to 16 years. But one day after, prosecutors say Dixon shot and tried to kill 2 Mifflin Township police officers during a traffic stop.
2, 3, 4, officer down. I'm hit.
This was filed in his 2023 case. His probation officer said Dixon absconded or fell out of compliance on May 19th, more than 1 week prior to this shooting.
In the court system, I would review the probation department. Hey, what was going on with this guy? Were we checking in regularly?
Rob Barnhart teaches at Capital University Law School. I asked the court for Dixon's probation plan and was told probation, parole, and community control records are exempt from public release. The case docket shows no other probation violations were reported to the court. I asked Barnhart if the judicial system failed in handling Dixon's case.
I think that most of the folks down at that courthouse are doing their very best every day with very limited time and very limited resources.
What the courts did provide the number of probation cases for the 33 risk reduction probation officers in the month of May. That is when the probation department said Dixon absconded and prosecutors say he shot police. The total number of cases, 1,870, resulting in a case load of 56.7 per probation officer. On your side,
56 cases. Oh, your caseload heavy out here. Now we're gonna act like we all know that good word that was used, absconded. We gonna act like we know what the word means. Let's see what the word means, because I don't do that to you good people. I ain't gonna act like I know what it meant here. Absconded leaves horribly and secretively. I said that wrong. Typically to avoid detection of arrest for an unlawful action such as theft. Horridly. You hide. You being secretive. You don't want to get caught. So they gonna throw out a big word like that to us people who don't remember a lot of words.
For the 33 risk reduction probation officers in the month of May, that is when the probation department said Dixon absconded and prosecutors say he shot police. The total number of cases, 1,870, resulting in a case load of 56.7 per probation officer.
And these fools decided to not get that paper from this fool who just need to be locked up forever. This fool who need to be locked up forever, now one of y'all gonna get the 40. Y'all is real smart, real talented, real educated, educated out here in these streets. Making your own decisions can be a terrible thing in a lot of communities out here, man, because we see the outcome of it. We just cannot get right. $40,000. Now is that tax free? Is 40,000? I think we looked that up before. I think that is tax free. I do think that is tax free, if I'm not mistaken. Bam. Ran off. Bam. Y'all, we finna go ahead on and get into. We finna be live streaming everywhere. Let me go ahead on and put up the thumbnail that we're going to close the show with. Let me put the thumbnail up that we're going to close the show with in just a second. Here we go with the thumbnail of what we're going to close the show with. We're streaming live everywhere. You know we got to close out of YT early. We're going to close out of YT early. But we're going to still continue. We're going to continue the live show. Y'all know I got to talk in this fashion. I got to beat around the corner and shit like that right there, because they sensitive. They sensitive about the words that I be out here using, so I got to try to not use them words that they don't like for me to use out here. We had 191 with the thumbs up. This is what I'm talking about already, y'all. And listen, we only been here for an hour. We need to get these likes up to 200 before I go it on and get on up out of here, put myself back up there. So that's what we're going to close out with. That's what we're going to close out with. We screaming live everywhere right now. We're on the R and the T's. We're on the R and the T's. Can't say it. Links is down in the description. Links is in the description or Sean, whichever one it is. Yeah, what it is. Let me go ahead on and run on to something else because I got to talk to us and law enforcement real quick. I got to talk to y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all the way that you all deal with females. The way that y'all deal with females is going to get you hurt, going to get you killed out here in these streets. It's going to get you shot, going to get you hurt. Damn it, you're going to be in the hospital messing around with these monkeys. Mess around with these monkeys, you're going to get yourself hurt, man. We have a situation to where a woman was able to shoot an officer. This baby was able to shoot a police officer while in custody. She was in custody. She was under arrest and in handcuffs. Under arrest and in handcuffs, and was able to shoot a officer.
Afternoon, we're learning more about the moments leading up to a gunfight that wounded a Marion County deputy. Investigators told us yesterday the woman accused of shooting the deputy pulled the gun out of her pants after she was arrested. This morning, Rihanna Hardin faced a judge charged with attempted murder, and court documents show us the deputy she's accused of shooting is really lucky to be alive in this situation. West 2's Tony Atkins, live at the sheriff's office, and Tony, deputies say Hardin was searched repeatedly.
Searched repeatedly.
Yeah, Jesse, and somehow this gun never turned up until they say she opened fire. And now a judge has her in jail, held without a bond, to make sure she doesn't try to hurt anyone else.
She was searched repeatedly. Somehow the gun showed up. She was searched repeatedly. Y'all do know that males, there's a certain way that males have to search females. But then a lot of times, even though they have been trained in this certain way of searching females, they still won't. A lot of times they don't give a good search because it is a female. Even though they have been trained on how to search a female. Y'all be slacking because y'all still is under the belief that females would not harm.
I was gonna say, like, if you were to allow me to have a bond, then I would be able to maybe make a way to where I could pay for it.
22-year-old Rihanna Hardin made her first appearance in court on Tuesday after the Marion County Sheriff's Office says she managed to shoot a deputy while she was under arrest.
I wonder what size was the gun and where do y'all think she had that gun at? She say she cuffed it in her monkey. Bam!
She's now being held with no bond.
Flight risk, being from Bay County, it would not be appropriate to set a bond for you this morning.
The Marion County Sheriff's Office says she gave a fake name during a traffic stop. They also say she had drugs on her and her license was suspended.
He then proceeded to search all her pockets where he found the methamphetamine, the drug paraphernalia, and so forth. So he handcuffed her, put her in the back of his car.
As she was being taken, deputies say she was seen on camera fidgeting in the back seat. And she ultimately slipped her left hand out of the cuffs and at one point covers the backseat camera.
He did recognize this, pulled her back out of the vehicle, retightened her cuffs behind her back, searched the inside of his vehicle, placed her back inside his vehicle, and when they started for the jail, she was flexible enough to be able to maneuver her hands from behind her back to lift them up and grab hold of the gun and point it at him and pull the trigger.
The deputy, grazed on the side of his face, fired back.
If the deputy had his head turned in any other position, it could have hit him directly into his side of his head.
He shot back.
So, how was the gun missed? Police records show Hardin had the gun tucked inside shorts she was wearing under her pants.
Tucked inside shorts that was inside of her pants. Where the hell can a female tuck a gun at that's inside of her pants? I don't think that they want to go ahead on and say that it was in the cavity, because I think that that's a terminology that they use when they're talking about like in the place, like in the spot, like an orifice tube. Go ahead.
The reality of it is there's not always a female deputy available for searches.
Yeah.
And he did do a pat down of her. He checked her waistband, checked all of her pockets.
Public
He
information.
checked the waistband, not checking between her legs. Now, there is a pat. You're supposed to use the back of your hand, which I really don't understand that right there, because you're still getting a feel. You can feel with the back of your hand. Like I'm feeling right now, the back of my hand, I feel all this right here. You can still get a feel in, whether it's the back of your hands or the front of your hands, but they prefer the back of their hands. He didn't go up between that crotch. Can we just call it what it is?
Station Officer Valerie Strong says deputies are trained to do thorough pat-downs and says a number of unique factors led to this, including her baggy clothes, small frame, and flexibility.
Baggy clothes, small frame, flexibility. This just means he did not do a proper search, even though he searched her multiple times. And there is a fear of men searching women because they don't want the lawsuit.
It's unique. It's not something that an average citizen can move and do. And it was just by the grace of God that the officer just received the grace wound.
Now, the sheriff's office here, they say that the body camera video from that shooting will be made available after the Florida Department of Law Enforcement completes its investigation. But coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to take a look at the type of revolver deputies say Harding used when she fired those shots. I'm covering Marion County.
It's a revolver. I was just asking. I wonder what type of gun. What type of gun was it? It's a revolver. So hold on. That was a day ago. That was a day ago. Let me, because they probably done released it. They probably done released the information that we need. Hold on. Let me see. That was a day ago. I just played that. This 1 day ago. Yada, yada, yada. I'm looking for like some hours ago. Okay, we don't have hours ago. Now, let's see if we need to Google that. We need to Google because they probably got it. They probably got it inside of a report. But all of this is still like a day ago. So she's 22. She's 22. It looked like she on that good dope out there in the street. But she's 22. I'm scrolling. I'm trying to find a way they did say a revolver. Did say a revolver. I'm trying to find some. Let me put up on the screen. I'm scrolling down this little page that I'm on right now. Faces charges, the 16th. I'm scrolling. Yada, yada, yada. I don't see nothing. I don't even see anything about it, them saying that it was a revolver. But that's what we just had unheard. So it's a revolver. But when we get the video, we will be playing the video. You say the gun dripping wet. You say that was a small chrome one or a big black one. Either which way, that baby tucked that thing, didn't it? That baby tucked that thing decent enough for her to be able to get off and pop a player. Yeah. She's small. She's a petite woman. She's not going to do anything. She's not going to harm
This afternoon,
anyone. Right. She's a girl. Absolutely correct. You ain't got to worry about her. Hell, we done arrested some people. Listen, it seems like all of these stories just falling under law enforcement, and it's only because of you good people is deciding to go ahead and get caught. Well, let me tell y'all something. We got 60 on. We done helped. We done captured. We done rescued 60 children from the Bay Area from human trafficking. We got 60 children, 60 children. Y'all know when I be doing these stories about missing kids and trafficking kids and sex trafficking kids and all that fly stuff right here, they never really asked the question, where was all of these children reported missing? They never speak on the missing part. Was they recorded missing from their mammies or from their daycare providers? 60. Let's see what they're talking about.
First brought you on Friday, a 2-week multi-agency operation recovered a record number of children from dangerous situations right here in the Bay Area. 8 on Your Side went undercover with investigators as many of the children were being exploited by human traffickers. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson is in Tampa with more. Jeff.
Good evening, Stacey. 60 children were rescued in this 2-week operation that spanned Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Pasco counties. 60 children taken out of incredibly dangerous situations that some people have called a living nightmare. It's an operation that took months of planning to identify at-risk children and the people putting them there.
Kids that were in critical danger, many the victims of trafficking, many missing kids.
The U.S. Marshal Service organized the operation with the help of law enforcement agencies on both sides of the bay.
Let me ask y'all a question, because they keep using this word identify. Identify kids at risk. What do y'all think the process is, or the process that law enforcement go through to identify kids at risk? What do y'all think that they have to do to notice that here is a situation that kids is at risk? And they typically do this online. So if they're doing this online, they're trying to find kids who is at risk. So in my mind, they got to be on websites to where people is trading them for sex, right? But why would they say it like that if you're going to the places to where if it's kids on there, they are at risk? But they're trying to find kids who is
in critical danger, many the victims of trafficking.
Oh yeah, hold
on. There.
Kids that were in critical danger.
Kids who's in critical danger. Kids who are in critical danger. There is a word, there is a level under critical, right? There is a word under critical. So is we only worrying about the ones who's in critical danger? Or is it the ones, or is it all of the ones who are selling monkey and not keeping the money? I do think that that's really where the crime come in. That in law, we just don't like for the girls to keep the money. Well, the girls to not keep the money. I don't know.
Many the victims of trafficking, many missing kids.
The U.S. Marshals.
Many missing kids. Has it been 60 missing kids reported?
Service organized the operation with the help of law enforcement agencies on both sides of the bay. 20 agencies, more than 100 people involved in rescuing 60 at-risk children.
At risk, 60 at risk.
And arresting 8 people. Our cameras were there as children were recovered and arrests made.
The majority were being trafficked. The 8 people that we arrested, it wasn't just a child. Some of them had multiple children working for them. You know, in the old days, we used to call these people pips. Now we call them human traffickers.
They're human traffickers.
But they're criminals.
The 8 people arrested are now charged with crimes ranging from human trafficking to child endangerment and drug possession.
These child were underages. If you look at the average age of the offender, well into their late 30s and 40s. And then the age of the children were from 9 to 17.
9 to 17. In this whole video show, they would not say whether all of these children has a missing person report put on them. In my experience, they never tell us that there was missing reports put out on these children.
But the head of the FDLE in Florida says the operation cannot just stop after 2 weeks.
And this doesn't stop here today. This should continue on and on.
That's a great point. You say, why is the prostitute not considered criminals? Because we soft on them. We soft on females.
Last week, we showed you an intake facility set up at a daycare facility that offers the children that are taken from this operation, recovered from this operation. It gives them a chance to have food.
It gives them a chance to
clothing, medical, and psychological care if they want it.
Because y'all do know all of these kids that they have so-called rescued, they didn't want to be rescued. Y'all do. We do be understanding. A lot of these girls who, especially the ones who run away, they're not trying to be saved. They don't want to be saved. They don't want to be saved, but we want to save them. They got songs out here. They don't want to be saved. Huh? Just saying. Listen, notice. We have help. if they want to accept it.
That offers the children that are taken from this operation, recovered from this operation, it gives them a chance to have food, clothing, medical, and psychological care if they want it.
If they want it. That means they have this thing called an option.
Everyone involved in this operation has told me that the recovery operation is just the start of a long road for these children.
Do y'all know what they don't offer the pimps, the human traffickers?
And psychological care.
Psychological care. But if they do offer psychological care, we offer it behind bars for the human trafficker. Mm-hmm. We offer mental evaluations and everything behind bars for the traffickers, for the so-called traffickers.
They want it. Everyone involved in this operation has told me that the recovery operation is just the start of a long road for these children.
I want to know about the parents of the 9-year-olds. They say as young as 9. I want to know what's up with the parents of the 9-year-olds. What's happening with those parents? Have a report been put in place? Huh? And then if a report has been put in place, why is these missing children pictures is not on the internet? Why is they not circulating on Instagram, TikTok? Why is these... They're missing. And we care. You say, Willie, should pimps go to AA type meetings? Only if they trying to quit. Only if they trying to resign. Only if they trying to retire. Yeah. Shout out to Dada for the $1 cash shot. He say, thanks for the hood news. I'm trying to give it to you raw out here in these streets. For real though, man.
Stacey.
And Jeff, 60 children, that sounds like a very, very big number. Any idea how many more who are out there from the Bay Area who are considered at risk?
Well, notice that little word. How many more children is out there that is considered at risk? Shouldn't all the children out there be considered at risk? Shouldn't they just all be considered? It just goes to show all the children that's out there slanging they monkey is not at risk. It's just not.
We're told that those 60 children, that's a record number, the largest number recovered in an operation like this across the United States. And the people with this operation, the U.S. Marshal Service tells me that they believe that they recovered 90% of the children that they are after, but there are still more children that are out there. They're working to identify them and recover them as well, Stacey.
All right.
They believe, so we believe that we had done got 90% of the ones who we trying to get. 90% of the ones who we're trying to get. So basically we have to set up stings and stuff like that to get to the kids. I get it. Why ain't these stings working? Why ain't these things working if that's what we got to do to get the kids? All you have to do is just go in there and buy, or we got to be able to use the proper terminologies and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure that they have people behind the computers who is working for law enforcement who know how to use the proper lingo and stuff to go ahead on and get them a child in the hotel room or something like that right there. So we should have 100% of the ones who we trying to get. Should have. I'm just saying, I don't know. Just be thinking out loud, just trying to say something. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much, hold you. Hell, let me okay, we got an update. We got a good little update real quick. Remember the buddy. Remember dude. Remember the young player. I think that he was 19 and he was in a domestic love relationship with a 19-year-old. Or was they both 17? Or was he 19 and she was 17? And I think they had them broke up or something, and then she ended up stabbing him or something like that right there. Well, his mama finna speak out because I do believe that this is the story from the Fort Lauderdale parking garage, the way he had and got dead.
A South Florida mother speaking out days after her teenage son was shot at a parking garage in Fort Lauderdale.
I think this is one.
Celeste Thompson tells us her 19-year-old son should never have been hurt, insisting that he was among friends when he was targeted by shooters.
Oh, this is a whole new story. My bad. Take it away. This is not a update. This is a new story.
Tonight, the teen remains in the hospital. CBS News Miami's Peter Dench joins us live from Fort Lauderdale. And Peter, the victim's mother gave you an update on his condition?
That's right, Lauren and Jim. In fact, we just spoke with Celeste Thompson. She tells you that her son remains in critical condition at Broward Health Medical Center after his third surgery today. Now, all this happened right here on top of this parking garage, as we see taking a look right next to the Intracoastal Waterway, when police say multiple suspects approached him and others and started shooting.
I don't understand why it happened. He was surrounded by friends.
Celeste Thompson tells me she is searching for answers after her 19-year-old son, Richard Murray II, was shot twice and 2 others were injured on top of this parking garage around 1:30 Sunday morning.
I'm waiting now for someone, anyone, to give me an answer, to tell me what happened.
Thompson is worried.
He's fighting for his life. He's fighting for his life, literally.
Thompson says her son has big dreams of one day opening his own finance company. He is a business and finance student at Florida Atlantic University.
He's my only son. My son, he doesn't run the streets like that. He is a phenomenal kid.
Now Murray's mother, a teacher who helps children with autism at Hialeah Middle School, is speaking out.
I'm extremely angry. I will speak up for any child. Since I'm an autistic teacher, I speak up for every child. I'm their voice. I'm my son's voice right now.
Murray's sister told me she is also troubled.
It's a big shock, confusing, because you go, think you're going to have fun, you're at the beach, you never expect something like this to happen. You want to be there for him, care for him, and it's things like this that it's like, you don't know what to do. You can't do anything.
And now they have this heartfelt plea.
Just say something, anything.
I need them to come forward. I need the information. I need to know why.
Now back here live, we can tell you we checked with Fort Lauderdale police, and so far there's no description of the shooters and no one has been arrested. Police say while this happened on the morning of the Panthers parade, it had nothing to do with it. If you can help Fort Lauderdale police with this case, call them or Broward Crime Stoppers at 9.
That's a good thing right there. It's just, yeah. Unfortunately, it sounds like he was a statistic. That's all that it falls under. He was supposed to be out with friends, right? Friends, but ain't nobody say nothing. Don't nobody know nothing. Ain't nobody see nothing. But he's in school. He's trying to do like the business thing. He is trying to get a bit, trying to own his own business, his own business, his own company as a business or something, a financial business or something like that. Damn it, I think that's what she said. Sad day for Buddy. Sad day for Buddy. Moving right along. I ain't gonna even hold you. Right along. I ain't gonna even hold you. What time it is? It's 25? Excuse me. Okay. Let me give you this right here. We have a woman. I'm trying to get y'all this news really fast. Trying to give it to you really fast so y'all can know what's out here and I don't be that bagged up. How many thumbs up do we have? Regardless of where you at around here. Oh, I didn't do any advertising. I didn't do no advertising because we is screaming live everywhere, but don't worry about it. I'm going to let this story pump, and then I'm going to go ahead on and get to it. No matter where you at watching the player, go ahead on, hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button. Listen, y'all, we got Cash App. We got PayPal, Super Chat, what it is. We got the website. We have the like button, the share button. We got all this stuff right here if you would like to support a player right here, right now. We have what is it?
Today, a young woman.
Okay. We have a woman who had done drove into a downtown Minneapolis crowd who got 24 years in prison. Now, I do think that this was a DUI situation. Now she down bad. Here we go.
Who drove her car into a crowd of people in downtown Minneapolis last fall, killing a teenage girl, was sentenced to prison. This was the scene back in September. Police say the woman drove into a crowd after an argument, hitting 6 people and killing 16-year-old Demaya Broom. Carol Evans Lou Ragoose has more from today's emotional court hearing.
Going into this hearing, there were legal questions of how the judge would handle this crime that killed 1 person and injured 5 others. And in the end, she handed down the maximum sentence.
Hugs for the large family of 16-year-old Demaya Broom after the woman who killed her, Latalia Margali, received a sentence of 24 years in prison.
I'm satisfied. You know, it's something that we can live with.
Despite the relief following the max sentence, Demaya's family is still struggling. She was killed in downtown Minneapolis on a September night after Margali drove her SUV the wrong way down 5th Street into a crowd, injuring 5 other people, including Sindhu Krishan Henlin's daughter.
The guilt that, just comes with surviving.
In court, after Demaya's family shared their pain through victim impact statements,
Demaya's life was taken away way too early.
the defendant, 23-year-old Margali, apologized.
I take full responsibility for my actions. I know there's nothing, let alone the amount of words, to undo what has been done.
But Judge Hillary Caligiuri said the maximum sentence fits the crime.
The conduct here, as well as your criminal history, reflects a complete lack of self-control and no ability to regulate or control your anger.
Afterwards, the victim's family said Demaya would forgive her.
But Maya, she would have forgave this girl.
She would have gave her for killing her?
That's why it was so hard to be really angry and violent, because that's not who Demaya was.
And it was so hard for y'all to be angry and violent? I don't give a damn what somebody else would have did, bitch. I'm super mad, and I hope that shit die, and I hope our people die. Just in my mind, I'm wild like that, but go ahead.
Because that's not who Demaya was.
And they hope to find forgiveness someday as well.
We love you, Demaya, forever 16.
Forever 16. Love you, Demaya, and thank you guys.
Latalia Margali will have to spend 15 years of this 24-year sentence in prison before she begins supervised release.
So she gonna do 15 and have 9 years left to be out here dangling, driving around, and possibly do the same thing again. But hopefully she'll change her life. Let's give her a second chance. She would have forgave her though. She would have forgave her for killing herself. She would have get. So if you killed me, I would have forgave you for killing me. Like, wait, what? I'm 16, bitch. I'm ready to live up a little something, but I would have forgave you. What's up? So she her own ops. Or she would have been her own ops. What do you mean? I don't be understanding. I really don't be understanding about this little forgiveness shit. Listen, I hope you, your mammy, your grandmammy, your grandpappy, your daddy, if you know them, everybody, the children that you about to have, the one that you're pregnant with, which I hope that y'all all suffer. Just in my mind, I don't know. So this little 16-year-old just ain't gonna make it, or just didn't make it. Got to be more careful. Move right along. I ain't gonna even hold you. Got to be more careful. Sad case of affairs. Sad case of affairs. What I got right here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I got one. Oh, we gonna say that right there. Oh, well, if I talk about it now, then all right. Well, hell, let's go on and talk about this right here then. Because I saw this right here earlier, and I said, let me go on and pull it up so I can go on and talk about it. I got to go on and record this right here, too. I got one for you, ladies. I didn't know. Ladies, I did not know, but there is this story. There's a story out here that's on your screen right now. The story say, the rise of Botox. That is Botox, right? Or box tox. The rise of Botox, and then they say Botox. Why women are getting Botox in their vaginas after childbirth? I didn't know that this was a thing. Why nobody tell me that this was a thing? Last week, the Valley Star Zach Wickham opened up about his experience with Scrotox, yes, that's Botox in the scrotum. I thought they said women. Why women? But then they talked to a man about getting Botox in the scrotum. Why is we getting? Hold on. Why is we getting something done to the scrotum? But while that down below, neurotoxin treatment is for cosmetic reasons, a growing number of women are turning to intimate Botox in the name of health. She say all that to ease vagina pain, spasms, and some other uncomfortable symptoms that often linger long after childbirth. Y'all monks be having spasms? That moose knuckle got spasms out here in these streets. I ain't know. You say, now it's not funny, Willie. I didn't know. The vaginal pain, I can understand that, but y'all having spasms and uncontrollable symptoms. The Post spoke to a doctor. I ain't finna go through that name stuff. The Chicago-based board certified physician to learn more about the below-the-belt Botox. Botox, if you will, as well as other options for those who don't want needles near their nether regions. Somebody like me, because I don't, you ain't finna stick me with nothing round there, down there. You say it is crucial for women to understand that they don't have to simply endure their discomfort as an unavoidable consequence of childbirth, she said. Modern medicine, I gotta move this out of the way because it's throwing me off. Modern medicine achievements offers solutions that can significantly alleviate these issues, allowing women to regain their sense of well-being and confidence. They must be talking about I like you sisters. Listen, because I know in the community with dog-you sisters go ahead on and have a baby and spit that baby out and get right back to hunching. I've never heard of a woman talking about the discomfort and all that. Well, maybe they want to keep things secret. I kind of get it, but I've never heard this right here. I would kind of think, all right. It's in older women when they're having children and stuff like that right there. But these young girls ain't worried about that. These young girls will spit a baby out on Friday evening. And because the hospital holds you until the next day holds in the club. They popping and locking, twerking and everything. Padded up and stuff like that right there. You know what I'm saying? If they done got cut, they is drinking. They drinking Taylor Port and shit. They drinking that Don Quavo or whatever it's called with a Band-Aid on their stomach. Hey, childbirth can cause muscular damage due to trauma and severe stretching of the pelvic floor muscles. Ooh, y'all muscles be done. You say when these muscles are disrupted later on, women can experience tension, spasms, or pain in the pelvic area. Oh, I thought that'd just be like bloat or something like that. I'd be like, girl, go ahead on and poop. She go on poop. You say it's a widespread issue, with studies suggesting that roughly half of women experience pelvic floor dysfunction within 10 years of giving birth. Is that true? Because y'all, women out here having 3, 4, 5, 6 or maybe they don't give their monkey a chance to recover enough to have spasms. They just go on and have another one and it just restart the cycle or something like that right there. It's like they never make it to the 10th year without having a child. He said, while Botox is well known for its cosmetic benefits, such as reducing wrinkles, it can also be used to relax the pelvic floor muscles, relieving issues like painful intercourse, spasms, and overall vagina discomfort, according to Chung Cha Cha Cha. I can't pronounce that thing. According to that doctor that they had to spoke about earlier. She noted that childbirth can also trigger or worsen vaginismus. Vagina, it sounds like snot or something like that, like some mucus or something. Use your vowels. Vaginismus. Is that how you pronounce it? A condition that causes involuntary contractions of the vaginal muscles. I thought that when that happened, that y'all just be turned on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I thought that's what that was. This condition can also be treated by Botox by temporarily releasing those muscles and allowing other treatments, modulators, modulators to be more effective. Modulators. I think I got it right. Don't judge until you walk a mile in my shoes. I got to sound it out sometimes. But I ain't know that y'all out here. Pelvic floor muscle. This is the pelvic. Listen, we in class again. This is your pelvic floor. This is your pelvic. No, this is your booty. This is your poop spot. That's the poop spot. This is your pelvic right here. Is where your hair at. To where your pubic hair, that's where your pelvic is. The pelvic floor should... Oh, so is the pelvic floor... Is it inside of the vulva? Is it inside of the vulva but at the top? Inside but at the top. When you go inside, it's at the top because on the outside is your pelvic bone with the pubic hair. So I'm thinking if you go inside the vulva and you press up, that must be the pelvic floor. It plays a critical role in controlling your bladder and your bowels and your sexual functions. I need to be like a biology teacher or something like that right there. Only for the sexual part. But yeah. The revelations downstairs. Listen, if you all want to see the rest or hear about the rest of this, please go around here to the New York Post, the rise of box talks. Box talks. I don't know why they did it right there. You say not in the vulva. I just be waiting on people to correct me. Huh? You say Willie certified in many things. That's a fact. That's a fact out here. For sure enough. She say, where is the G spot or the spot to get the water flowing? Bam. Yeah, you go in and you press up. You push a little donut. Boop, boop. Like that right there. Bam. That's what's up. We learn something new every day. Moving right along. I ain't gonna eat much, hold you. For those of you who is on YT, I want to give yourselves a pat on the back. Y'all done made it to the end of the nightly news around here. But the show ain't over. The show is not over. We moving along because we is live everywhere else. Links in the description if you'd like to be a part. But if not, players, prostate cancer awareness. Say it's just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your little la-la or your life. Here's your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm is. Y'all remember to go ahead on and subscribe, share. Like I always say, I'm going to see y'all mañana. For those of you who would not be carrying on with us with the rest of the show, we'll see y'all tomorrow at 12 o'clock for the midday news. For those of you who is not carrying on with the show, y'all know I can't say stuff. Links is in the description if you want to be a part of it. We finna go ahead on and get on up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking.